me talk.
I didn't put the things up there. I need to do it.
They're behind me. When you rearrange stuff. Here. Go ahead, get through.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There we are.
Do you have the paper where everybody gets the shoe polish thing?
I don't know which one was which. I've got them here. But you have to tell me which one is which. I'll show you after the feed, okay? Hello!
Hey, Sue.
Let me get it shared out to the groups.
Carole, hello,
I
hello.
don't even know which ones are I'm allowed to send it out to anymore. I don't think it matters.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, guys. All right, we're going to give it a couple minutes for people to come in before I start doing my babbling.
You're babbling?
My babbling. Email what, Bernadette? Don't send any. Okay. Hey, Miss Mary, how are you?
Mary Z, hello, dear. Hey, Bernadette. Gloria, hello, dear.
Hi, Christy.
Miss
She's
Christy,
hiding
hello.
there. There she is.
Happy Tuesday. Hey, Judy.
So many things to discuss with you guys.
Summer's
You
good.
guys are my sounding board. So I have to, my husband always, like, he thinks I don't listen to him, but
Hey, Donnie.
we talk about stuff and then I always have to think about it. You're moving by August? Yay! Get out of that crazy zone.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, that's almost visiting area.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it's right near the chapel down that way.
Might get a
Hey,
delivery.
Noemi, how are you, sweetheart?
Hello, hello, Miss Noemi.
And not by your will? What happened?
Alaska said, you know what? You're going to have to move.
Yeah. Alaska said, I gotta get the hell, you gotta get the hell out of here. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Hey, Miss Lois, how are you, sweetheart? Hey, Karen.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How's everything going?
Why are you being forced to?
Yeah, we got to know.
Now I gotta know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Or nosy people like us.
Yes.
It's like, ooh.
Hey, Lois. Sonia, hello.
Okay, we're all on the tip of our edge of our seats waiting to hear why you're being forced to move. Aw, thank you. All right, I got a few things to discuss with you guys.
She's got hey, Karen.
There's so much stuff to go over.
Precious moment drama. Dan,
I-
dan, dan.
There
Hey,
is
Brian.
precious moments drama.
Welcome, sir.
I have disturbing stuff coming out of precious moments. I don't know what to do. I can only discuss with you guys and get opinions. Sorry, there was dust on my table. All right.
Oh, no.
7 years. Wow.
Oh, my God.
But
So how did
is
you
he
wind
giving
up
it? Is he giving it to you until August to move? Then is that when your lease is up? So is it like, is he actually evicting you, or is he just not going to renew your lease? Yeah, because eviction process, you get a few months, and it takes a little bit to do that whole process. I remember that. All right. We got stuff to talk about. There's
We do?
20 of you there. We do. There's 20 of you in. A few things. Top of the list.
Top of
Hey,
the world,
hey, Miss
man.
Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've spent the last 2 days. What I feel like doing, what I feel like I've been doing is putting out dumpster fires. I mean, just the stupidest pain in the butt stuff. Hey, Miss Lisa. I have pieces coming in from Precious Moments. I'm trying to fulfill any of the orders that were not pre-order things, but stuff that they have in stock. Um, oh, I right now I'm not even sure how to explain what's going on. Let me put it in this perspective. Okay, every time I pay Precious Moments, they okay, here's your, this is what you have to pay, blah blah blah, and then I take care of it. Now they want me to give them my credit card information, just put it on file where they could charge it when necessary. Problem is, I don't want them doing that. So it's caused a little dilemma there. Well, yesterday I got a phone call. Um, if her lease is not expired, he has to have a legal reason to push her out. If her lease is expired or she's going month by month, he can give her 30 days, but he has to do it in writing. Or if they can agree on terms of when she has to be out by. Um, yeah, it is a little questionable, like, because it depends on when your lease, unless you guys both agree on written terms, and then, but it does depend on when your lease, or he has to have a legitimate reason, like something, it may, he has to say, well, the cops are called, they're locked, there's this going on, there's that. He has to have some kind of reasoning. But back to what I was babbling about. Couple things. Yesterday, I was informed by Precious Moments that not only are our pricing is going up, they are now charging me a 15% service charge on all orders. When I sat down and did the math, because you guys know I pay the taxes, I pay shipping, and I don't get a break in their shipping at all. And add in the service charge, what I actually pay for the pieces. It's, in all honesty, I don't know if that's they're wanting to eliminate some of the smaller people. They're wanting to cut it, or if this is just because of the tariffs. I can't do it. 15% is pushing me to the point of break even, or even a little less of break even. You have to take consideration that I have to be able to cover if something ends up broken. I have to be able to cover there's a lot of aspects in this. So I'm trying to get out whatever is in stock in Precious Moments to fulfill the orders, which is not that much. It's really not what's left there. But as far as all the pre-order orders that are not paid for, you guys, I have to cancel those. I will put, if you have money, if you have other open invoices, I can apply the money to those. It's a big issue for me to do that. A big issue. Hey, Marietta. I will message everybody one by one and say, look, here are the options I have. It is, but see, I'm secondary market, and I'm not giving up the whole Precious Moments thing, and I will be in touch with my rep as I go along. I'm not going to cancel like the clips and stuff, because I'm hoping that this is just a temporary thing. But when you start taking into consideration the orders that are coming in the middle of May and June, and they're telling me now, and believe it or not, I have 2 days before this kicks in. It kicks in Thursday. Thursday the 1st? Yeah, Thursday.
Yes.
Okay?
Continue to sell.
I am going to continue secondary market. But normally how, if I find a piece and I say, oh, I can still get this on Precious Moments, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to give you guys this option. These are the 3 options I have. Okay? 1, you cancel your order outright. I can apply whatever money you've paid into that order as a credit, and I will message you guys one by one so you guys can decide. Or apply if you paid money into it, but you have other open invoices, I can apply it to that. 2, you can cancel your invoice. I will get you a refund. That is going to be depending on the money that I've already paid into Precious Moments towards things and when I get that back. But I one by one, if it takes me 2 months, one by one, everybody will get their money back if that's what you choose. I will not screw anybody, not even out of a freaking penny. And 3, if you really want the pieces, I will get them, but somewhere you've got to cover, that service fee. I can't do it. Sue! It hurts me
The
because
majority of our sales are secondary market.
yeah, I try and stay more secondary, but you guys know I love being able to get you guys the newest stuff right away. And I don't charge the tax, and I try, and even with shipping, I try and either put it in with stuff you already have or charge you minimal on shipping. I can't do it anymore. And like I said, I don't know, and it's not just me. There are other, small retailers. And when I say small, online wise, I am one of their biggest when you eliminate like Hallmark and Amazon. But Tiffany, I can only tell you what Busch Gardens has told us. They already have the pieces, so I don't think. Hold on. I don't. They already have the pieces here, so I don't think those are going to be affected. I think it's going to be the prices that they said. I'm talking about the stuff that's coming, supposed to be out in June, July, August, September. Again, this is going to start within a few days for me. So I do have pieces that are coming to me that I'm getting to you guys like now, but it's all the new stuff. So all of the Christmas stuff. Carole, I think that piece already for you has been ordered, and it may be on its way here because, like I said, I already do have one shipment. I'll probably put through another shipment tomorrow.
Hey, Phyllis.
I'm trying to give you guys, and I want you guys to think about it. I'm trying to give you guys, I want to give you guys the option that you have, what you can do. Some of you guys with the, will it balance out because they're going to charge taxes and shipping? Nothing has been canceled yet. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm putting the order for the clips through because the clips aren't supposed to be here till the end of summer. So that gives me months to see how things are going with Precious Moments. But I am talking about the Christmas stuff. When a piece, here's the thing to look at. If I have $5,000 in orders and they're charging me 15%.
$200 in tax, Jim.
Okay. The one coming from, so it did go up a little bit.
Never give your credit card.
Yeah, no, I have issues with that. I don't understand why they would need
We've
it.
done it before with them.
Well, no, I've done
and
it.
They take payments out when payments ain't even due.
They like, well, we're taking them out towards it. Hi, sweetheart, I love you.
I don't see your wings.
You want to show Grandpa your wings, okay? But the thing is that they dumped this on me, and I've got 2 days to figure out. If I've got $5,000, $150 per thousand, that's pretty much, you know what I mean? That's so it makes it. I don't understand where their service charge came in that high. They've done this before in times of COVID. They did a service charge, but it was only like, I think it was 7 or 8%, and we were able to soak that up. But now they're like doubling it, and that's a lot. That was with shipping too. Okay, then they did not change their pricing because I think it was somewhere around there to begin with. Okay. So that's the thing. But I will message anybody who I have on a list. You will have the option what you want. If you guys want to keep your orders, Either we'd have to split that. Your rainbow fairy fluttering, oh, awesome. Either we split that service charge, I'll soak up what I can and, not make it as big, or it's up to you guys. I don't want to force anybody, into making a
And then
decision.
They keep
That's
canceling. They keep canceling pieces.
well, that is a big deal.
So we're kind of, wanting to shy away from
Oh
them
my
anyways.
God.
I've been telling Carole that for 3 years.
Yeah, they have canceled a lot of pieces due to not bringing. Well, we've had this discussion. We have no idea. I have no idea what they're doing. I really, really don't. I have
Yeah,
no
50
idea. I don't feel comfortable. I will not put anything else on pre-order. And
Yeah, 'cause
like
you
I
do, and
said,
then they tell you, oh, it's canceled.
like I said, I want to do what I can for you guys to fulfill your orders, but I got to be upfront with you. If I'm losing that much money, when you consider in the shipping
Yeah.
I'm paying, the tax I'm paying, the service fee I'm paying, it's really not worth it for me to do that.
Exactly, Shelley. I
Oh,
don't
I
see any
agree.
reason why they can't make a figurine here in the States.
Well, it is what it is. I'm not, I agree, but
I did get my rock.
I agree with you guys. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck in the middle. As
Stuck
you're
in the middle with you.
as the person selling to you, I want to fulfill your orders in any way I can. But on the other aspect, I need to be fair as to what I can actually afford. I'm not going to have my business put to to the point of shutting down because I'm putting out more than I'm pulling in. I can't justify it. So I want you guys to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay.
what Trump's trying to do.
Second thing, after doing it for a few months, we're talking about the bonus bucks, which we all know we love. I think we're going to, because originally the bonus bucks was a way to, my business is right now, they're, it's,
Well,
again,
it-
here,
it's
no, I
not-
want to explain this to you, okay? I want to explain this to you. This is God's honest truth. I could show you the paperwork. I had one box coming out of Precious Moments. One box, okay? Not that big, not that heavy. Precious Moments is in Missouri. We're in Illinois. They tried to charge me $72 for shipping. And it's UPS ground. It wasn't UPS priority. It wasn't through the mail priority. Wasn't through FedEx any kind of special way. One box, how they normally ship it. And after they gave, I had the dimensions, the information. I'm like, look, I can ship from here to you that exact same box for this price. Why are you charging me this? My shipping should have been about $18 for that box, and they tried to charge me $72. That's the kind of stuff that is starting to happen that's making me real nervous. You're doing your balance beam? Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm getting nervous, because are they starting to try and spread some of their costs? Okay, I get the service fee, but the shipping, that's, if you bumped it up from 18 to like 22, I would have been like, oh, that's pretty close to normal. That's about right. But you bumped it up to 72. That was like, where did you get this information? You do understand I ship weekly and I know box sizes, and I've been dealing with shipping for 40 years because every business I worked in, I dealt with shipping in some aspect. I was either, the main person who did shipping, or I did all the paperwork for shipping, so I'm not an idiot. So I'm very nervous on those aspects. And I'm being honest with you guys, I do not in any way want to stop selling the new stuff. And if they go back to somewhat on an even keel and somewhat normal, drop that service fee, and go right back to it. But in this aspect, there's a couple of things that I find questionable. and asking me to give my credit card before I have an exact amount of what's supposed to be charged, I think is wrong. Adding,
Yeah.
adjusting.
It's just greedy,
Yeah, it is. It is. And I call them on it and I don't understand. But there are a few things that supposedly behind the scenes that I have heard gossip about. I don't know if it's true or not, and I try and stay out of it. I'm just telling you from my aspect. So, if it is something that is in house, that has been released already, that we're supposed to have, I will get it here. If it is not something, if it is a pre order that never showed up or is not due until, or canceled or not due until June, you have the option of getting a credit, getting a refund, or sucking up some of that service fee. And I'm being honest, you guys. It's just too much for me to take on. Everybody thinks, oh, you sell those, you got to be made. If I told you how much I was paying, what percentage I was paying for the new stuff, let's put it this way: the service fee knocked it to where I'm literally either at break even or over break even, and I can't do that.
It does sound fishy.
I don't try and make a ton of money on stuff coming out of Precious Moments because I have a secondary market. And I've told you guys, I am the most basic, simplistic person there is. I don't need a lot of fancy bells and whistles.
I do.
I need a decent van because that's what something that I'm not going to be nervous driving. I live in a very modest little house. I don't, I have rings that, my wedding ring and a ring from my mom that was, my dad had given her. Don't wear fancy jewelry. I'm not that type of person. We don't go out and eat. I don't
I think the pretzel boy is available. Well,
the pretzel boy is at Busch Gardens already. So the event in May still happening. I will still be there. So for you guys who ordered those, this has nothing to do with those. It is only stuff coming directly out of Precious Moments. Okay? I just want you guys to understand, I'm not trying to become a millionaire doing this, and I never will.
We're not?
No, afraid not, honey.
Oh, man.
But I do expect that, I shouldn't have to worry about if I'm, enough to cover my company's bills because I'm trying to undercut I can't do it anymore. I can't. So back to the bonus bucks. I'm so excited. Yes, we are definitely going to be there. So I'm just wanting you guys to understand that we are going to be strongly going more towards secondary market right now. I will give everybody that option on the pre-order stuff. Mainly it's the stuff from Christmas, so it's not, and the clips. But the clips, I'm putting that order through because I'm hoping that, first off, it's a much smaller order. And I'm hoping that come the end of the summer that maybe these whole tariffs things will have settled down and they'll drop that service fee. But I'm giving everybody the option what they want to do. Next thing was the bonus bucks. May is going to be the last month we are going to do those. I think we did it because it was a way to help people who were doing pre-orders and stuff, and it was an appreciation for us because you guys paid ahead of time and we appreciated that. So I will do one more round of bonus bucks and then I think that's it. So if there's anybody, I'm sure you are, sweetie. So if there's anybody who wants bonus bucks, I am opening them now because this is the last feed in April. And you can get, otherwise there won't be any more. And I want to make sure everybody, and I will remember to say this.
Are you going to get my 2 pieces from last year? Pam Hoover?
Pam, one of them is here. The second one, I already contacted her today to make sure I can get that. I'm waiting for a reply from her. I have the ornament already. Yours was a Thanksgiving piece, I believe. I'm waiting to find out if that was one that made it in-house before they did the cutoff. Part of this is because they cut everything off and they realized they can't cut everything off. They can't not bring in pieces. If they don't start bringing in pieces, they're not going to have money things coming in or selling things. So that's part of the problem why they're trying to. But Pam, I did message her about that. They think yours and Jessica Dennis were the only two who had pieces that you had paid for from last year that were, yep, the limited train is the other one. Yep. Your two were the only ones, I believe, who had pieces that had been back ordered from last year. Well, as soon as I get an answer, I will let you know. Okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Mary and Joseph. All right. So, if anybody is interested in bonus bucks, this is going to be the last round. What was I going to say?
I don't know. You've been saying so much.
Oh, shut up. If anybody wants to know how the bonus bucks work, spend $100, you get 125 credits. I sent her a big long message today. Christy, it's on its way here. That was one of the pieces that is in the shipment that's on its way here. The bell with the mirror, I sent her a big long message asking her about several pieces. I asked her about Pam's piece. I asked her about Jessica's piece. I asked her when exactly the 15% is officially kicking in. I asked her if there's any way we can get some of these, pieces before that kicks in. Okay. Right now, it's questionable. I'm waiting for answers on half the questions. You ever send one of those emails where you have like bullet points, you have like 10 different things you're discussing?
No.
And then they answer like two? No. That's kind of what it was. Noemi, you wanted one? But Christy, I do know that's in. Jennifer, I did ask her about that. I had asked her about your mirror piece. I asked about the horse for, okay. Gotcha. Sue, you'll take one, okay. I asked her about the horse piece for Marge, because the other pieces I already had on order, the horse piece was missing. So, but on the bright spot, they're made, I always thought they were Singapore or Thailand, but I think they're all combined into, they're getting the same tariffs as China. I was told their tariffs right now are 250%. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Noemi. I got you, Vicky. Thank you. On the bright spot, we are going next weekend, not this weekend, coming up, but the following weekend. And we got a huge pickup that we're going to be doing in somewhere. I don't want to say where. I don't want to say where, but we got a big one. Your Noel piece from last year. I think yours is on order too. Some of these I can check when I get off to see but I have to look up the numbers to check. Mm-hmm. But there are about 30, 40 pieces at least that have not come out of Precious Moments. So, hold on, I'm checking. Oh, shit. Let's see. Okay, those are... Okay. Oh, no wonder why. That's the wrong sheet. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking.
Put on a happy face.
Okay. Hey, Dora. All right, Karen, let me check on your Noel to make sure. All right, I want to make sure I can get it out if it's there. They don't care. They do not care. If it is not out the door, or the order in processing, they are literally putting tariffs on everything. They're putting that surcharge on everything. Like I said, The clips, it doesn't matter because those are not supposed to be coming out until like August, September. Hopefully by then they'll have worked out some kind of BS, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the one you're talking about, Karen, it's not in the same design, if that makes sense. It's smaller and everything, so that is where the problem is. But like I said, I will go through every single invoice from everybody and make sure that. Oh God. Oh, here, babe.
I see him.
Oh, you got it? Okay. There's your phone. Yeah. I will go through everybody's invoices and make sure we get them straightened out. Okay. But I will give everybody the option. And obviously, if it's something that I already brought in and I have it here, then you're good as golden. I don't know. I don't know. All right, will you two stop?
That's just your daughter-in-law.
And you, every time you message her, it dings on my phone because you guys are going through the in-law app thing. What was I gonna say? See, you made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can get the most pieces out of them as quickly as I can. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is a lot of places are going to be doing that. See, and it kind of ties your hand. That was you that time.
Nikki.
No, that was Nikki. It kind of ties your hands because what bothers me, what bothers me about this whole shenanigan thing is that they gave us notice yesterday and it starts Thursday. I'm like, you don't even give me, you know how many customers I have to contact? How many people are you going to say, hey, all right, this is where it stands. You know, I can get these, but they're...
Just turn your ringer off.
I can't turn my ringer off. You guys are all on bypass.
Oh, that was stupid.
Well, you're all part of the emergency family bypass. In case somebody were to need something, I'm going to do something. So that was all, yeah, that's all the bad news. So I will, again, before we finish up today, if anybody's changed their minds and they want to do bonus bucks, you let me know. But I will reach out to everybody one by one as far as pre-orders and give you the option. Now, I was thinking, I'll be honest with you, I was thinking about it this way. If we split the service fee in some way, it might still come out cheaper for you to come with me because I don't do the taxes. I'm not going to do the shipping. So, or if I do shipping, it's $1. It's not like, you know, you're doing $15 or $20.
$20.
So that might be helpful that you keep it, and maybe instead of, you know, doing the, instead of 15% to you, maybe we can split it in some way. Now I'm trying to do it so that in some way I'm like still being fair to you guys, because you guys, you know, were fair to me, and so I don't know, but we'll figure it out. All right, does anybody want to see some pieces?
No.
No? He says no. He don't want to see anything tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, it irritates me because...
Okay, Mary, you only have to pay 15% on orders that I put through Precious Moments. Anything you buy from me on the feed that I'm showing on the feed that I have right here, you do not have to pay 15% on. So anything like I show, it's just the stuff that is the new stuff coming in from Precious Moments, if that makes sense. Okay, anything that, you know, I have to, and I'm being honest, I don't want to cancel any of the orders. I'd like to not do, but I can't afford it. That is not something that is fair, because I can't work that into the price and say, and then be like, oh, well, they're only charging this much. Why are you charging this much? Well, now you know why. Up my shipping. Do you know that there are people who complain about $1 a piece? Do you know, I mean, and To me, a dollar a piece, at least I'm covering the majority of my shipping for the majority of the people. But I've literally had people tell me that they aren't going to be buying because I started charging shipping. And I'm like, everybody charges shipping. It's not just me. I don't think that's unfair.
Oh, you're totally unfair.
I've been called, yeah, I've been called. All right. I've been called a lot of things: unfair, ruthless.
Ruthless.
Yeah, usually the unfair comes from one of my kids because I don't agree with them, but I've still been called it. All right, that's the bonus bucks. I'm going to keep that here. And I will ask again before we close feed down. Let's show some pieces. Grandma's got to get up here. Grandma's in old. I've been very sore the last few days.
Really?
Not feeling the greatest.
All right, she's got to get some stuff.
I do have to get some stuff. It is $7 day. I am going to try and jump it around. Oh, you guys are so sweet. And again, I want to be as fair as I possibly can. I'm going to tell you this, okay? You guys, we all know there are other sellers out there. There are plenty of them. I could start naming off list by list. And most of them, I either know personally, I've dealt with them in some way, I've talked to them or whatever. You would be surprised at how many people are mad at me because of that shipping. Other sellers are, how can you charge so little? Because I'm not trying to make this as, $1 million thing. I started doing this based on the fact I couldn't buy what I wanted because pieces were too expensive. So when I finally started doing this, I wanted to make it to where people could afford the pieces. That was my goal. Now, Precious Moments, what I get from them, I'm kind of stuck on their pricing. And I try and be fair market value.
To leave them alone.
I'm not asking. I didn't ask for your input. But I think in fairness, I don't think that I'm doing anything. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, and I'm not trying to hurt any other seller. But I also started this with a goal in mind. I'm doing it based on the way I do it. No, I cannot.
What?
She wants info on the 1,000-piece pickup. No, I cannot. All right, this is a growing love. This is one of our yeah. This is one of our older pieces. This is a little one sitting right next to the big sunflower. Okay, there's no signature. You don't have to like it.
I like it.
You are not going to have to like it. And that's a growing love.
Well, it's 1,000 pieces.
It is.
It's
about 6 hours for me, or maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
They started collecting in 2000 and ended just recently.
2001.
Just to give you an idea of the pieces.
They do have trinkets involved in it. There you go. We got you some info. That one was E0008.
Got it in already.
Did you?
No, not the number.
You don't need to. I am sure you do. But I really don't have a ton of info yet. We've just confirmed like the details and stuff like that. I do know. Aww. Yeah, I know you do. This is Smile Along the Way. Hey, babe, you want to check the ham? Ooh, wow, that's a scary face for me to be stuck on. Oopsie. There we go. My phone froze up. I didn't like that face. 101842. This is our smile along the way. Okay, and that is a little clown balancing the ball on his foot. I'm basically picking pieces. I know we've seen a lot of these pieces, but unfortunately, that's what we have. That's what we're going to show.
Great.
Oh, shush you. Oh, I need my cap locks on. Okay. All right. A lot of these we will have duplicates on, but not all of them. So I'm going to have to make sure I pay attention to Wayne.
Why me?
Because you'll forget to put...
Don't pay attention to me.
Don't pay attention to you. Let you free fall.
Yeah, just let me do my thing over here.
That's kind of scary.
So, 842.
842.
This is Amy. But again, guys, don't worry about us. Most of our, I'd say 90% of our sales are secondary.
No,
market.
this isn't a case of worrying about us. This is a case I want to be as upfront and fair. I don't feel that, hiding something and not, and I'm sure not going
And
to
we're not going to blow smoke up your...
No, I'm giving everybody the option because I do understand
Always,
that.
there's no options. It's just, it is what it is.
No, I'm giving people the option
I'm
of,
joking.
oh, you're being a pain in my you-know-what. Exactly. I need my aunt
Denise.
Denise. This is give ability a chance. Okay, and I'm gonna do the typing because I type so much faster than Wayne. Babe, smile along the way. We do have two of, so you are good.
Better not have.
We do.
But I had the bag ready.
I know.
Who's the man behind the curtain?
You.
I am the war.
You're in Clearwater, Florida. Oh, now we do have to pick because I only have two.
It's too hot. It was about 80
It's
yesterday.
hot here. I don't know who turned the air off. I'm gonna blame you.
I did.
This is our give ability a chance.
Whoa, hold on. We gotta get Jim in the bag.
You do.
Uh,
What was that?
Turtle.
Turtle.
My favorite. Oh, look at that. A snapping turtle.
The production mark is the heart. For any of you guys, because there's a few of you that have been popping in and don't know what our bonus bucks are,
They're things.
since it is the last time we will be doing it, I can give everybody the option to explain it one more time. You purchase bonus bucks. It's $100. You get a $125 credit.
Hey, Wendy.
It's a running invoice total, so you see every dollar where it goes to.
Wendy,
But this will be
have
the
your
last
Tupperware.
time we do it.
Your
that-
cookies came in handy on the way home. Wendy.
Cast like was it peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Yes,
yeah.
cast like the peanut butter one. All right, smile along the way. I have two
Although I
of
felt like a chunky monkey eating cookies on the way
One
home.
is going to Lois. One is going to Mr. Jim. Congratulations,
Or
guys.
Shelley. We don't know.
Jim or Shelley, we don't know.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well, all right, this is the last cookie I'm going to eat.
The very last one, huh?
Yeah, and then I ate another.
Well, when you're in the truck alone, I've noticed you get bored easier, and I'm saying in general.
I sing, I dance, I wander.
You know what I do, especially when I'm close enough to home? I put on the, what is it, HLN or whatever, and it's got like forensic files and stuff like
Put
that.
me to sleep for sure.
Oh no, it keeps me focused because I
Yes,
can't.
thank you so much. Jim.
It's Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, it keeps me focused. And then I know by the time every episode is over, oh, that's a half an hour, or that's an hour,
I was listening to the Comedy Channel.
This is Bless You. It's our little one. She's got her tissue box. She's got her little slippers there. She's got her Kleenex. 679-879. That's our Bless
386,
You.
Miss Dora.
Congratulations, Dora. And she is $10 tonight.
And that was Give Ability. Oh, you know what? Who else was looking for the football one?
That's not the football one.
I
This
know,
is a
but
different
I
one.
just remembered that.
Yeah, we did the football one. Somebody was asking about it. I know.
You're very welcome, Jim.
Okay.
You're very welcome, Dora.
Our 879, we do have two of that one too, and that one's $10, not 5. I had to fix that. All right. And we have 3. Hey, Miss Phyllis, we have 3 people in.
For
I only,
879.
yeah, and I only have 2.
I'm all over it.
You're all over something.
Like a bum on a ham sandwich.
That's what we're having for dinner tonight is ham. I went to, well, you guys don't know, but Jewel, the grocery store near us, and their hams were like super sale priced. I was like, let me get one of those.
Dora, Della in Florida.
Did you, Della, are you down in Florida for work again? 109231.
All right, here's for 879.
Did you check the ham when you went in there?
Yeah, looks like a ham.
I'm serious. I don't want it to, I don't want it to dry out.
It's not. You're fine. You're fine. That ham will be fine.
Oopsie. Hold on. Hold on, I boo-booed. Okay.
She messed up.
I did. Okay.
Welding conference.
109231. Ah.
You're a welder? I
This
too
is-
weld.
This is the greatest gift as a
Okay.
friend.
And cut metal and weld with the trucks all day. You turtle.
Oh. Aw. There's no signature on this.
Not one
The
at all.
production mark is the candle.
It is.
This is the greatest gift as a friend.
It is.
Yeah, I know, sweetie.
Well,
You're
Lisa,
still
soon-
mad at him, right?
Lisa, as soon as it's done, I'm going to throw it out
I'll kill him.
and give it to the neighbor. Because that's what we do.
I can
and-
smell it. That's what's making me
Oh,
nervous
someone
because he
complained
said, you know, oh. That one is the greatest gift as a friend. We are picking 2 for our bless you.
Greatest love of all.
Okay.
In your face, girl.
Dora, you are getting one,
Dora's
and
getting
the
one.
second bless you is going to Phyllis.
God, I hope-
Congratulations, guys.
If you guys were not in on that, just go with it. We'll figure it out later.
Oh, God. You were a MIG welder for 20 years. Wow.
Yes.
All
We
right.
do a lot of aluminum welding and MIG welding and TIG welding and
All kinds of
a
welding.
lot of wiring.
A lot of welding is what I'm hearing is welding.
A lot of wiring.
Welding. Oh.
When you see those big dump trucks next to you, the size of a Peterbilt, you understand there's a ton of wiring in there.
Yeah, none of it is.
It
None
all
of it is
depends on who
actually-
built that truck, because we build the trucks right there on site. We build big trucks. So.
Is that like, we built this city?
We built this truck.
All right, this is our friends to the very end. We do
Lisa,
have 2.
I'll tell you how much welding we do. We go through at least 2 rolls of wire a day welding.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. Good to know.
We're not seeing the post. I didn't see Dora. She was in there.
She was in there.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Sometimes it does that. You know, she was in there. She was the first one.
Wait. No. It was what?
Oh, Dora was
879. It was Carole and Della and Phyllis.
okay. Dora was in the one. Okay, so Wayne messed up.
Yeah. So we gotta pull again for.
We're gonna pull it-
Phyllis,
nope.
No,
Nope.
Phyllis won 879.
Phyllis won, so we're good.
Okay. So now we're.
No,
on
no,
two-
we had 2 for 879.
Okay, so we got.
Phyllis won 1, and then you had Dora. Sorry, Dora.
Okay.
Sorry, Carol. You were right. Wayne was wrong.
So we got Miss Della and Carole going in the
There
back.
you
Okay,
go.
So we're gonna pull again.
We're gonna pull again. Okay. The
Sorry.
second bless you going to Della. Congratulations, Della. Sorry about
I
that.
still started with
Wayne, pay attention. Let's not screw this up.
I was.
I know.
3:15 or what's 2:31? Oh, you got an extra 5.
There's an
on
extra
there.
5 there at the end.
All right. Well, that's going to Miss Patricia.
Congratulations, Patricia. You gotta take the 5 out for me.
I got it.
Okay.
I'll clean it up for you.
I'm so glad our customers are paying attention. Not so much us,
Well, they
but our
are.
customers
I'm
are
gonna
paying
go in
attention.
here.
Yeah, you are definitely
Yeah.
handicapped. This is friends to the very end. 526150.
150
There's no signature.
246
Production mark is the trumpet.
6 12 18 18 36.
18 and 18, 36.
Yeah,
And 36 and 18 is not 42.
48. Right?
36
Uh-huh.
and 18.
What about
That's 54.
it? No, it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I do have 2 of this one.
I'm not a mathematician.
Obviously. Because that was bad.
It was.
You were good, doing good there, just doubling them all up,
Mhm.
and then somewhere you lost
I
it.
did.
Uh,
Okay, here's for 150.
okay, well, I'm doing the next one, so you're good.
Built this city on rock and roll.
Stuck in your head now,
Built
isn't it?
this city. Yes. I'm the type of girl you want to chew up on my bubble gum. I'm the type of girl you
What?
want to chew up on my bubble gum.
What the hell is
Yeah,
that
Henry,
from?
that dog. I'm not. When you said don't get out of the truck, I'm like, what?
Why?
Cujo's at our house.
So he's a little more aggressive.
I mean, he sounds like a lion barking.
Like-
Not that a lion barks, but
Kind of reminds you of
jangles.
Jangles, yeah.
And then your other dog,
Henry
Bo.
misses you. I think it has to do with the
And then your other
cookies.
dog, Bo, when you had jangles.
Cute.
And then Mister was in there too. The third one.
That's weird. Okay, this is We're In It Together.
Yep.
There is no signature.
Not
The
a one.
production mark is the cross.
Your comments keep going blank.
And then start again. That's really weird. You know,
You know what else
oh,
is weird?
you know what? I gotta
know
tell
what
you.
else is
Wait,
weird? People
shush.
who dress up like cats and use litter boxes. That's weird.
Okay. All right. I did need to tell you guys. Hey,
We do have
bless
a
you
bless
in
you. Because she's got sneezels.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. There is something else I needed to tell you guys.
I think
Quiet.
I got measles.
Yeah, you got something, all right. All right. Step. Okay, now I'm disturbed in all kinds of ways. Stop. This is important. Okay.
Impotent?
I'm picking 2 for one. We're friends to the very end.
Bag ready.
Okay. What I needed to tell you guys, I heard from a couple people yesterday. Pay attention to your PayPals. I think PayPal may have been compromised. I haven't had any problems at my end, but I know of at least 3 people who did. One of them, they double charged something that wasn't even her. So you gotta pay attention to PayPal. Obviously I keep tabs on what's going on mine. If anybody starts having issues, no, I definitely have that one. If anybody has issues with PayPal, I know a few people had to close their accounts and start new ones or change stuff around.
Mom, well, he walked into my room wearing an adult diaper. Just
Yeah, I know,
like a
that's-
weirdo. What the
I don't know.
heck?
So I do want to be, you guys be, Lois, congratulations. You got one of our, babe,
Yes, dear.
you got one of our friends to the very end.
Sounds
And
like Chucky.
the second one is going to Phyllis. Congratulations. Yeah, I want you guys to be aware because I don't know what happened there, but
What happened? What happened now?
no, it was PayPal this time. And like I said, I've had no issues. Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been getting messages from
I
the-
get that
from
all the
Check and
time.
Go. I don't have Check and Go.
Yeah, I don't even know what check and go
Check
is.
and Go. Or the iPass.
I get those all the time. If you get those emails, never, ever,
And our
ever
iPass
open that
comes right out
attachment.
of our checking account. So
Yeah, yeah.
and it's always a different person.
But this is legitimate. Like somebody had made a $200 payment, but they showed two payments of $200, and only one went to the
You're
account.
very welcome, Lois. It
Um, somebody else's information got hacked, and they were trying to withdraw money that wasn't there. Yeah, or call the number. Don't do it.
does. Like I said, if they tried to steal our identity, they'd bring it back.
They probably would.
They're
They'd be
like,
like, "Oh
"Ooh,
my God,
ooh."
these crazies,
There
not
you go.
these
You
guys."
didn't have to.
But I want you guys to be aware that it's going on, so that if you guys have any issues, keep it. I don't know for sure if info was leaked. I don't know, much about it. All I know is that a couple people have told me this. I've had not any problems with mine. I pay attention to my account. I change my password every so many months. Obviously, because it's a business account. And with a business account, if you call PayPal, you get in right like this, and they usually freeze everything. But the thing is that if they withdraw money, if they can get through, even though PayPal is really good about getting, working with you, it could take a little while. And for some people, some of us, that could hurt us if they take money that they shouldn't, that happens to be in that account. So I just want people to be aware that was going on. I haven't heard anything today. It was mainly yesterday that happened to people, and I want everybody to be aware of it. So, it could have been something that, they got, because, these guys, the thing that kills me is whenever these things are hacked or compromised in some ways, you don't know till months later. It's not like, oh, this happened yesterday at PayPal, everybody beware. No, it'll be in 3 months. Oh, back in you'll get a letter. Back on this date, yeah, it was compromised. So, it's never like, huh? Who?
I'm the type of girl you want to chew up on my bubble gum.
You are so weird.
I am a weird guy.
You are very, very, very much so. All right, let's see what I got in here.
Entertainment.
Huh?
I'm my own entertainment.
You are. I love that about you. You are never boring. You are always entertaining. You can keep yourself occupied. All right, I got some more pieces.
And I'm
here.
not totally offensive to look at.
No, there's way worse.
Some people that are very offensive.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just telling you because if it's one person, I always tell them, change your information, your login information right away. Contact PayPal, let them know what's going on. But when it's 3 people on the same day, that usually tells me that that's more on their end. Now, business accounts are handled a little different than regular, so
We got half.
we got half.
Half, I said.
No, we didn't.
Oh, somebody did. Did you pick for 259?
No,
Do I
because you
have
have
to-
to make a bag for it. I picked for the one
Do you
before
have
it.
1 or 2 of those?
I have 2.
Well, then
How
two.
many times is it in there?
Twice.
Okay, then and
Well,
if
then
you
Noemi and Sue got it.
okay, if you don't start spelling people's names right.
What you do, fire me?
No, I thought about it. All right, this
I'm your
is.
sidekick. You can't.
You
fire
are
me.
my sidekick, and what's worse is you're my husband. I have to live with you.
Yeah, if you fire me, it should be awfully quiet
It
later on.
will.
when we're
It
laying
will
down.
be awfully quiet. Hey, wait a minute. Let me think about this. This is the I love. Okay. It is E3116. It's our 2 little ones standing by the tree. They did carve the little I love you in the tree. There's no signature.
Everything's online
the
now, so
production
you're
mark
just leaving
is-
it out there to get screwed.
The production mark is an olive sprig. And that is E3116. Okay? I have 3 of these. So
What?
so if more than one person comes in, you're good. Okay?
Got it.
Got it.
I'm all over.
You're all over something.
Greg,
Hey,
what's
Mr. Greg, how
happening?
are you?
What's happening, Mr. Craig?
You know what I'm very interested in finding out, or what I'd like to know?
Was it really a Raiders of the Lost Ark?
We had that, remember? We watched that show. What I would like to know is the pieces for the reunion this year. Where are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Have they, are those still stuck
I
in?
don't think it's a personal
Because
thing.
it's making
just-
me wonder what they're going to do as far as the reunion and stuff. Okay. This is our little bless your
All right,
soul.
we're boycotting.
No, we're not.
All right, we're not.
We
We
didn't. We didn't get to go last year, so I really want to go this year.
Did you, couple weeks back?
Yes,
about-
I saw what you're talking about, it, and if I find them, I'll let you know. This is our bless your soul. Phyllis and Carol will both get the I still have one more, so we're all
Winner,
good.
winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. She has no signature. Her production mark is the sailboat. All right, you guys, I love you dearly, but I gotta go check that ham because I can smell it.
fine.
Your fine and my fine are completely 2 different fines. Okay? Honestly.
Fine is fine.
Fine is not fine. Because your fine will be dried out and look
Oh,
like
we will,
rubber.
dog.
My fine will be like, ooh, okay, that looks scrumptious.
Della, I was right up in your area over the weekend.
You were about an hour away from
Yeah,
her.
about an hour away from you on, was it Sunday?
Yes. And had you had the chance, you could have gone, but you didn't get home till 11:30 at night as it was.
Yeah, I didn't get home till almost midnight, yeah. And then up at
Why
5,
do you touch my stuff?
and then up at 5 a.m. to go to work. You ever try and go to sleep real hard? Okay, I gotta get to sleep. I gotta get to sleep. And then you can't go to sleep because you're trying too hard? Well, that was me. And then just when I got comfortable, I heard that little bird outside the window whistling. I said, you little bird. Carol,
Yeah.
let's go. I should have. I could have used the cup. I went to Wendy's, and then I drove over to Lisa's. Now, I didn't know that White Cloud was 3 hours the other way. Carol fibbed. My navigator gave me
Oh, you know
she
what?
bamboozled me.
Stop blaming me.
That's okay. We had to get the stuff there anyway, so.
Now that comes under, for some reason you hear my voice, you stop actually listening.
What'd you say?
Exactly. Oh, I have a couple pieces here.
What are you doing?
Okay.
I try to buy nothing online because Carol's got all the PIN numbers and all the credit cards.
Yes, I do.
And if I do, I get the 3rd degree if I buy something. Did you buy something? Yes. Did you buy something?
I
did.
don't. You know what? It's not that I give you the 3rd degree to give you the 3rd degree. It's that I make sure it's actually you. Okay? That's something because normally 99% of the time you say, just go buy this, just buy that, just do this, and I handle it all. So the one time you do
lot
it,
of husbands do
I
that.
want to. That's fine, but I want to make sure it's not something that is shouldn't be out there.
You know, they never make the mistake on the internet and give me $1 million.
No, I haven't had that issue.
Never.
They've never made a mistake where they've given me 100. They've made a
No.
mistake where they've taken it, and
I
then
don't-
it takes 3 weeks or to a month to get it back.
How many people would take the 100, immediately go start spending it?
The production mark on this is the olive sprig. This is There is Joy in Serving Jesus. E7157. No, that's a double-edged sword because part of you is always wanting to be like, I'm just going to do this, but you know damn well they're going to come back for
Oh
it.
yeah, they're coming for that money. But no, it was a mistake. It's mine. Finder. What happened to finders keepers?
Yeah, they don't have that.
No.
Okay.
I got these sticks just ready to go.
All right, that was There's Joy in Serving Jesus.
Next time I'm up there, I will come by for coffee. I do like coffee, but it was late.
It was late.
When I left,
Because he didn't get to Lisa's.
till almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It was just now starting to get dark. I pulled in. I wanted to stay longer, but the dog terrified me, so I
The
left.
dog terrified him. That and the fact that.
They had him kind of chained, and they said, "Oh," I said, "We want me to carry this bin?" I was helping Lisa's husband
Yeah.
carry the bin in, and I was just going to let him carry it because I wasn't. And so I was, just walk around this way. Well, that's a little bitty cable. I was thinking you got that dog tied to. That thing's the size of a damn cow. If he wants me, he's going to get me. But I'm pretty agile when I'm running for my life.
Yeah, that usually will help.
His bark, it was so deep. You know, it was just like, oh my goodness.
Okay, this one is a price drop.
Totally different than Frank. I think he's bigger than Frank. Yeah, yours are kind of scary. They're ankle biters.
Yeah, yeah.
They get you with cuteness. You're
Oh,
like,
they
how
do.
cute. And then you put your hand down.
This is Auntie You Make Beauty Blossom.
He's
737-623. Well, he is still a baby.
yeah, he's still finding himself, but man, he did find his bark.
737-623.
He definitely
This
got
is
bark.
a price drop.
I told Lisa if he
Really?
if he was behind a fence or behind a door, you'd have to be insane to go in that yard or break in a house.
For,
I'd be like, this
Carole
is-
B said she can't get back on the feed. That is saying we were live.
Really?
She must be clicking on the wrong thing.
He's gonna, man, I don't know how much bigger he can get, Lisa. You guys are gonna have to get part-time jobs just to feed him.
Yeah, no fooling. All right. Miss Della did get There's Joy in Serving Jesus.
157.
This one is a price drop.
Price drop. Oh,
No.
I got a blue light in the garage. Want me to turn it on?
I wrote it in blue ink. See? Price dropped in blue
But I
ink.
actually have a blue light.
Yeah, I know you do. No, I don't need that headache. That'll give me a headache. Oh, the dad is huge.
Man. And guys, you think I'm exaggerating? This dog is big. Oh, you're back.
Yay, you got back in. All right. I'm showing this because Carole missed it. Carole, this one was a price drop. That's Auntie You Make Beauty Blossom.
Went down from $100
And we dropped it to 15. You are so silly. All right, let me grab some pieces.
All right, here, I'll hand you one.
No, you won't.
All right.
You sit there and look pretty.
Well, that's going to be hard.
Okay, you'll sit there and you'll sit there.
10 plus cups a day. Oh, my God.
10 plus cups of what?
Of dog food.
Oh my lord.
Or coffee. He must drink
He
coffee.
must drink coffee.
Why he was so jacked up.
That could be.
He was just protecting his area.
That's his job.
He was like, stranger danger. Not our dogs. They tell you where the valuables are. Oh, come on in. They keep the good stuff over there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have a cookie on you, would you?
Oh God. Yes,
They're
Suki
the
can.
least mean dogs ever. They're no, other than they're cute and fluffy, our huskies serve no purpose.
Oh. All right, this one is Nobody's Perfect. I have 2 of these. Neither of them are smiling.
150 pounds of dog food a month.
Wow, for the 3 dogs.
And just think if you fed them that fresh pet that people feed their dogs now. Where you keep it
This
in a
one is
refrigerator,
Nobody's Perfect, and they all have that face.
and your husband comes home a little
Okay.
tipsy and thinks, oh wow, stew.
E9268. Well, they have labels on them. I don't think you take the label off.
You ever ate at 3 in the morning after you came home from the bar?
Mm,
You eat just
yeah.
about anything.
You are so weird.
I know they're back.
I'm clearing these out because I'm not re-showing them. Oh, they're going to start. There is one where the little face, he's smiling. And that was a mistake on there. This one does not have it.
I can draw
The
it on
mistake
there for
one,
you.
the smiling one is really hard to find. Okay,
We've
it
had
took
a
us.
ton of times.
We've not had it a ton of
The one with
times.
the smiling kid? Oh, sure.
We've had it, just not a ton of times.
I can draw a smiley face on there for you.
You could.
I'm very talented.
Well, you are, but I wouldn't have you do it.
I think I'm going to become a tattoo artist.
Or, you know.
No. Not
This-
to see you at some of the stuff, though. We've been watching that Ink Masters.
We've been watching.
Nikki's watching it, and we're just like, you know, we've been watching it because she watches it, and it's like, I can't believe I'm interested in this now.
Yeah, I know. All right. This one is You're My Number One Friend, 530026. And that's the one where she has the little thing. It says, You're a winner, on her little trophy cup, which I can't get it to focus. Doesn't say wiener. There it is. Then she's got the big bouquet of flowers, the little number one medal. 530026. And the fun starts with the puppy dogs. Puppy dogs.
One barks, and the other one looks at me like, did you hear that?
Yeah. Good night, sweetie.
Where are you going, Della?
Well, she's in Florida. They're an hour ahead.
I wish I was
She's
in Florida.
down there for work, so
Wish I was in Florida.
I know. This one is.
We'll go outside.
You think? What gave you the clue that he wanted to go outside? This is Lord help me stick to my job. Sorry. There we go. That's our little girl. She's having a rough day at work. She shredded the wrong thing. Now she got to clean up that mess. She does have her glue and all her little ribbons and papers there. This is Lord help me stick to my job. 521450.
He barked and he couldn't. She was standing over there. She looked at her.
All right, let's see what else we got.
Back.
I have multiples. I have 3 of that one.
So. You want
So
me to hand you something? Here you go. This one right here. I just knocked it down. $15. Boom.
only if it's ours you can do that.
It is.
No, it
It's on our
isn't.
show.
Oh, that was fine.
Anything in these house is mine.
No, no, no.
Yeah. Right here, $5.
We showed that last time. Put that
Alright.
one up there. This one is Let the Whole World Know.
Let the whole world in his hands. Let the whole world in his hands.
This is
Oh, goddamn world.
E7165, and it is $20. This is our Let the Whole World Know. It's our 2 little ones being baptized. I like the frog personally. Turtle!
Turtle, another turtle.
Really? You got that there? Okay. This copy. Yeah.
It's a turtle.
Alright. This is.
I'm gonna give you stuff 'cause I'm good at it.
He's making me nervous.
Why?
Because you're going to give me stuff.
I'm good at
Oopsie.
giving you stuff.
Okay. Alright. Miss Tiffany and Miss Carole, you both got the Lord help me stick to my job.
I say that every morning.
And that is Miss Carole Butler.
Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. That's what I think.
That what you think?
Yeah.
Tanya, hi there. How are you, sweetie?
What's up, T?
Tanya, because you I hope.
Oh, don't go through the whole thing again.
Hey, babe. I have no pieces, so I'm waiting for you to give me stuff.
Oh,
Tanya, since you weren't there, we've opened up for the last time. We're gonna do bonus bucks.
$5.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is. So if you want bonus bucks, let me know. Get you added on the list. This is the last run for these. I'm not doing
That's what she says.
No, I'm not gonna do them anymore.
That's
You know, it would have been great had you given me one with a number on it. Yeah, I can imagine, sweetie. Let me look up the number on this because Wayne didn't give me a number.
Oh, I thought you would know it all.
Yeah, I know every single number for every single piece on there.
You should.
So should you technically?
I do. Ask me any number. Ask me the number of...
Fine, what's the number of this right here?
Can't spell success without you? That's
No.
number,
That's not what I have.
523-763.
There you go. Whoops. Oh, God.
How about Sugartown? Anybody need any Sugartown? We have
Yeah.
a ton of it. We got houses, we got figurines, we got whatever.
I think we have like a complete Sugar Town out there. I
Yeah,
spelled
extra.
something wrong. Damn it. Oh, what? Not
Tell me, and I'll bring
the
it.
sun go down. Go down. You want- What the heck? I didn't spell anything wrong. Really?
I'm talking to myself.
I can't find the number for this.
This kid climbing stairs.
Oh, nice.
Number
This
324.
I didn't ask you for the. There are days. This is. Don't let not the sun go down upon your wrath. I don't have the number. This one doesn't have a number, so I'm just gonna number it 111.
Doesn't sound right.
There is no signature on this. And this is. And we're in number 111. It is $5. I do have two of them. I just don't have numbers for them.
Let me see.
Do me a favor.
What?
Right there. Third or fourth shelf down. The same piece. Right in front of your face. And see if that has a number.
Yep.
What's the number? Or give me the box.
111.
Thank you. No, Amy. No, it's E5203.
E5203?
E-5203.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, whatever you're doing is making me nervous. I hear a lot of noise coming out of there. There's the piece. It's $5. Oh,
$5.
no.
$10?
Maybe.
Does anybody want a vase?
Production mark on this is the triangle. My problem with that is shipping it because it's so fine. All right, we have.
Whoa.
I have at least two of this one.
Dos Arinos?
Mm-hmm.
Carol Butler won one.
I know.
Tiffany won the other one.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
You have to move your thing. If you see, I put the names in, but your thing was in the way. And every time I do that, you erase them.
Ooh, what do you have?
You are fine, sweetie. Okay. That one's done. That's done. Most of these I have duplicates of, so yay. Yay.
Yay?
Yay.
203, you have two of those. you
This
said.
is 1022. 102229.
Oh, nice. We're having ham and mashed taters. I
Yep.
don't know what kind of vegetable yet.
This is "Oh Worship the Lord." This is the boy version. It is $5. 102229. And I have multiples of that one.
Now you want me to go get some pieces out of the garage, or are you good?
You mean we don't have enough pieces in here?
Well, no, I mean we have a lot.
All right,
I
Miss
see you
Sue
got-
and Miss Vicky, you will both get let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
How about a Grandpa's Island for 50?
That is, oh, that one is ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grandpa's Island is ours. No, don't start making up numbers, okay? Because
Yeah, they're-
let's be as fair. That is a big dog.
Yeah, he's a big dog, and he's got a muzzle on, so he's a killer.
You
It's
are-
Cujo.
Okay. All right, let me see. Go pull down Grandpa's Island so I can have the number. You can't just make up a number. You have to be somewhat fair to what I paid for it. Just because you're like, okay, we're not selling, or we're,
I'm not saying we're selling fine. Today is a talking night, I see.
yeah, I guess I
129,259.
129,259. All right. Let's see, because I know I've sold it once already.
One out of the bunch that's acting up. I don't want steak again. Yeah, again.
I have to look up what I actually spent on it before I can. Whoa. All right, give me the piece.
Right behind you.
Are you just pulling pieces for
Just looking. What?
Why do you give me that look?
What look?
All right. There is Grandpa's Island. I can't go as low as Wayne wanted, but I can go to 60. This is a chapel exclusive piece. It is a little one who, this is the duplicate of the playhouse that Sam Butcher designed for his grandkids on his property. And this is Grandpa's Island.
Yes.
There is no signature. The production mark is the sailboat.
Yeah,
And
definitely
it does
Cujo.
have its box.
It does.
And that is 129,259. Nobody came in for the last one.
229? No.
Okay.
That was "Oh Worship the Lord."
Yep.
Okay. Here, I'll wrap it for you.
I got it wrapped. I'll wrap it for you as I'm putting it in the box. I don't
well,
think you need to wrap it at that
I'm just trying
point.
to help you
Hey,
out.
did you guys see this? I didn't show you guys these. Look at it. Lisa made these for us. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh my God, absolutely loved it.
There's two of them.
I know I'm showing the other one to give me a chance.
Those Arenos.
Look at that. That is just really, really cool. Even down here, look at the little frog. That is so awesome.
Yeah, talent.
Very talented.
That's a steady hand.
Mm.
Lisa, you should do tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next up is Blessings from Above. Let me put you over here. It is really good.
Isn't it nice? And she also did that drawing to Carole's, right over Carole's right shoulder.
Yep.
She is very talented.
Yeah, I'm jealous because you are extremely talented. I cannot draw a straight line. I am horrible at anything artistic, which is funny because my husband and kids, real artistic, all of them.
Not like Lisa, but
No, but you're way more artistic than anything I could do. This
Yeah.
is Blessings from Above. Now this is plastic. So as you can see, a lot of times this does this because the weight of the piece. What I used to do is I would put like paper or something in there to kind of hold it up, because otherwise it's going to do this. It's just the weight of the piece. Their idea on that, putting a heavy little porcelain piece on top on a thing of plastic, is not the greatest. This is 523747. This is Blessings from Above. Okay. Nobody wants Grandpa's Island.
Huh?
Nobody wanted Grandpa's Island.
I got it.
Then why were you in such gung-ho hurry to me show it?
Alright.
Well,
That was like such a hot piece, and then, very common. A lot of people have it, so I get it. And with the new stuff, a lot of the old stuff taking a back seat.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not like brand new stuff, but the
No, it's just
more
a,
colorful pieces and.
it's just, honestly, you always start with that. The thing is that back when these pieces came out, they were a little more affordable. That's why a lot of people had stopped collecting or took a break in their collecting, because it started to get more and more expensive and so on and so forth. But
Weren't we all, Lisa?
move
Wish
your
I-
doohickey.
I wish I could get back some of the time I wasted as a youth. Change it
Thank
up
you.
a little.
All right.
I would have become a nuclear physicist.
A nuclear physicist?
Nuclear physicist. Alright. I got your bag ready for 747.
Okay, I'm looking for pieces over here, what I want to show.
She's moving stuff around.
Well, I'm honestly just looking for pieces, but okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah. How about a week
Hey,
18's got
you
one
know
of
what?
those.
It's sad because the problem I have is that even I get to the point where I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to look at these anymore.
I showed this, or yeah, we showed this,
Alright.
You know how stressful it is to try and find all the best stuff to show you guys?
It never happens.
You're like, oh my god. Now this next shipment should be pretty nice.
We hope. I hate to get down there and be like, no,
Well, then
no.
we'll just get back in the car and leave.
I know. We always say that, but I've never come to that point yet.
Because,
Yeah,
people usually have a backstory.
there is a backstory.
And I'm like, oh, okay, alright, I got it. And you know what we never do, guys? We never count. When people say, oh,
This
I got,
time we will, because we're
Well, yeah,
inventorying
we're
it
gonna
as we,
but
yeah, as
usually
we're.
if they say we got 500 pieces, we go, okay.
This one we're definitely going to be doing a physical countdown, and yeah, I'm almost wishing somebody I know is close, because they could sit there and read numbers. One of us could be putting it. This is Lord help me make the grade. One of us could be putting it in the computer system. The other person loading it in the car, because it's going to be a physical one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Blessings from Above. I have I'm picking two. Is that this side?
Yes.
Okay.
I have Lois, Deb, Noemi, and Miss Phillips.
Hey, Miss Deb, how are you? All right. Blessings from Above. One's going to Miss Phyllis, and one is going to
Hey, Maggie.
Miss Deb T. Congratulations. Hey, Maggie. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that was Lord help me make the grade.
So congratulations, ladies, and thank you both.
How many did I sell in the year? I can tell you this. All right.
You want to know?
I'm gonna tell you.
Now you're gonna laugh.
Don't.
Wait, how many do you think? Guys?
Yeah. Take a wild guess. How many do you think I sell in a year?
Whoever's closest will give a trinket.
All right. Let me And this, I can tell you,
or
this
a
is.
coffee cup or something.
Wait a minute. I'm looking for it. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys, everybody, to put out how many pieces you think I've sold in a year. While I make the card for this one.
1,000.
Okay.
3,000.
Bernadette says
okay?
3,000.
Now we got it on the computer. We'll
I
know.
do.
Okay, we'll know that 6,000, 7,500. Okay. I don't even know. Carole does, but I know it's up there. 5,000. Hey Mike, how you doing today, sir? 6,500 for Miss Christie with an I.
Our 216 before we get.
Karen, 4,186.
Wait.
8,000, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer.
Sue,
4,400, 10,000.
Sue and Era both say 10,000.
20,000. Yeah, I don't know about that, Lisa.
All right, you
Good,
guys.
good. It's good to hear, sir.
Are you guys done? Wait, we've got more guesses.
Okay, we're gonna take the next 3 guesses, and then we'll tell you. Okay, so 3 more. If anyone else wants to jump in there. All right. Charlene says 4,000. Like I said, I don't even know. So, and Vicky, you're gonna get 216 in the meantime.
Congratulations, Vicky.
Okay,
All right,
so
you
thank
ready?
Vicky.
Okay, I'm going to do this from the start. Our very first year, when we did it, we sold 7,566. That was in 2019. When I say our very first year, that was the first year of us doing Precious Moments live feeds. Okay?
Our first feed, we sold 2 pieces.
No, our first feed we sold nothing. We didn't
who
sell.
was it?
Stephanie White bought a piece
Yeah.
the day after. Last year, and these are pieces that actually sold. Last year we sold 9,965.
So,
I think 2023 was our best year. But last year I got sick, so we missed a lot of feeds.
so Era and Miss
Hold
Sue.
on.
and
20, now wait a minute, 2023, you guys ready for this? This is because I didn't miss
Oh,
feeds.
we're not done yet.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
2023, I sold. I think it was the best year of selling because I really pushed it that year. That's when we were really doing a lot of pre-orders and stuff. Oh my God. Are you ready? This one's kind of funny. The best year we had was 23, and then I slowed down last year. But like I said, that's because I also got sick. We did 13,402. So when I say sometimes I miss a piece or I get confused, now you guys understand why.
So-
when I'm dealing with that many pieces, yeah, sometimes I put something in the
So-
wrong box.
All right.
But that gives you an idea.
That was our. What about? So 13,000 is the number.
Well, we sell around 10,000 a year. You know, like I said, 2023 was a really,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
2020
wrapping all those damn things and boxing them and shipping them and making sure to get there broken and there's a lot of, and that doesn't take into account all the pieces that don't sell that are here that we just have.
we've donated to.
Yeah.
We've donated to churches. We've donated to nursing homes, or
Gave a lot to Goodwill, but we won't do that anymore.
we've given to Goodwill. We've donated to like retirement communities for like their bingo things and stuff like that. We've we've done a lot for different charities. We've done feeds where
It is,
all right,
Mike.
everything's gone to charity. Yeah.
It
When
is,
I say this is what my job is, this is what my job is.
Kathy
This
still has
is
400 she wants to
because
sell.
I know she's down south though. She's South Carolina or North Carolina.
I do
forget
love
which.
South.
I know.
I do.
Unfortunately, it's a lot of these more so.
I am so much more relaxed when I'm in like
but-
Missouri, Tennessee.
Right. But you guys understand that.
Once I get in Illinois, it's like my stress level goes back up.
Now you understand why, because the first year how many I sold, and then that I made it till November of that year, and then I was like, I can't do two jobs. I was doing this, then I was working.
So
This is so
we got
happy you're
Era,
here.
Era and Sue were the closest
Okay.
by, you know. So
Well, you're watching that aspect. This is we're so happy you're here, and that is 261-351. Now let me put that in. Okay. We got that one. Okay.
like I said, Vicky got 216, but yeah. And like I said, that doesn't count the stuff that's in storage and the stuff that we take in, and then a lot of these
I
collections.
spelled it wrong.
A lot of these collections, you don't sell everything. You know, it's impossible to sell every piece. Like out of this 1,000 pieces we're picking up, we'll probably sell 45% of it, 50% maybe, and the rest will go on our shelves, and it'll trickle away.
Eventually.
Yeah, it trickles away here and there, but yeah.
But yeah, it's
What was 135? Oh, Lisa just okay. She transposed her number.
yeah. So when I say I work really hard, I'm not lying. Even last year when I was sick and I had to miss days and I had to take it slower, and I was warned about certain things, I still only stopped, slowed it down. I didn't stop it completely. So it is what it is. It is my job, and I'm proud of what I do. Even though I make mistakes, I don't really want to stop it. E2860.
No, this is your baby.
Yeah.
You know, so. This is your
Okay.
baby.
This one is our 50-year anniversary.
Ooh, it's coming up.
Well, we're only at
Lisa, you got 351, dear.
This
or
is
135.
E2860. And this one is, it is actually, God bless our years together with so much love and happiness.
There you go. See, there you go, Kathy.
And this is E2860. This is our 50-year anniversary piece. And I ain't typing all that in unless somebody actually comes in
Oh, you
for it.
better.
And that's a lot of typing.
No way, huh?
No way.
No way, Jose.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. Hey, guess what? Lisa came in for it.
Oh, for what, 860?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just putting it down as 50-year anniversary. Okay. And that is E-2860. Okay. Got it. Alright, and I have, ooh, I need my pieces.
We tried. You probably did, Carol.
I probably did.
You know, if you looked at a lot of your collection, you'd be like, I got that from Carol, I got that from, I got that from Lisa, I got that from, whoever.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, sometimes it's a handful, and that's why I was like stepping back from what I did and was helping Carol. But I drive her nuts being here, so.
I'm pretty sure you got that from. You probably did. But again, the reason these are $5 is because we get these in so many shipments.
Yes.
And, I can donate them all, and I donate a lot. I do. But, there are
You're
also
donating
people,
them?
there are also people who don't have these. And, or they've got to replace something that's broken. All right, this one is just the one that says happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy
Lisa.
anniversary.
2 in a
That's
row.
E2853.
For Miss Lisa Renee. 860, and that is the 50 year. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
852 was the next one. Miss Bernadette. 853 is one of those. I believe Bernadette. Okay.
I do have two.
2 of them?
Yeah. Of the happy anniversary.
2.
Yeah.
Hey, messing with
What?
you. I'm messing with you. 2 of them. That's what you're telling me. Okay. Okay. My Denzel.
You are being yeah,
My Denzel.
that's a horrible Denzel, sorry.
The only
Stick
thing-
with your
the-
day job, darling.
The only thing I can do
Uh-huh.
is King Kong ain't got nothing on me, but it's coming. And I gotta be loud to do it.
No, louder than you are?
Louder than I be.
Louder than you be?
Okay, I
Louder
got
than you
Bernadette,
be.
Miss Lisa, and Miss Patricia.
Alright.
So I work on monsters during the day.
What?
I work on monsters during the day.
Okay. This is to a special dad. That's our little one dressed up in dad's clothing.
Like special awe or special who?
We have 2 of them. I ain't even going to try and answer that question. E5212.
Monster. Carole. Monster.
This is to a special dad. You are so weird. I'm being stalked by Lisa. Lisa's stalking me.
Hey, Chris. I'll be stalking you.
Hey, Cindy.
Cindy be with us now.
Hello.
Here's the way I swear on you. What is this got in my-
What, honey? Alright, let me put this one in.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, dash 212 dash.
253, I have your bag
Let's
ready.
see, wrong thing. Okay, I'm picking for 253. We've
She
got
is.
2. One's going to
I got Bernadette, Lisa.
Bernadette,
Okay.
and one's going to Patricia. Congratulations, guys. And I gotta put
Well,
one
Lisa,
more
you
in.
did get the anniversary piece if you didn't hear me. Hello,
Ooh.
Miss Sherry. How are you, dear?
Hi, Sherry.
Hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. We're almost to the week. I came home yesterday and Carol, tomorrow Friday, and she said no. Okay.
Yeah, I chalk it up to. Hey, Brandy, how are you? Brandy, your horse piece is on its way here. I finally got a tracking number today, so
It
yay.
is. She was excited about that.
Well, you know, that's
I
the
thought
other.
it was- I thought it
That
was
is the other thing I love. Here, you pay for it, and then
It'll be
did
in
it
limbo.
ship? Did it ship? Did it ship? Like, I got the tracking number. I tracked it. Hasn't even left their facility. I paid for it yesterday, got the tracking number today, and still hasn't left their facility. So why do I have to,
Well, it takes a minute. You're very welcome, Miss Lisa.
You know, the one I like is the, this one's funny, because when I put orders in, I have to pay a
Funnier
certain,
than $150
wait, I pay for a certain percentage. You think that, okay, they've got this money in credit on my account because these pieces aren't even made or here
Oh,
yet?
We got a story for you, Sue. Hold on.
I'll tell you the most strength. Give me 1 second.
She is checking.
I show I have one, but I actually don't know if it's here. I have to search because it's in a numbered box and we didn't pick up all the boxes when we did our pickup. Oh, that does suck. Oh, that is horrible.
Oh, that's bad. It can be very painful.
Yes.
Like I
Okay.
say.
So anyway, you would think that they would. Oh, you've got a credit on? No, no, that's earmarked for that stuff. I'm like, but what?
Yeah.
No, this one you have to pay for. That is so you're using my money sitting in your account instead of putting it towards
Well,
my.
that's why they went to credit card.
Yeah,
companies.
that's what I was like. No, we're done playing these
Gosh, there's
games.
another racket going over there. You know what's bad is they were so good,
Mm-hmm.
and you know we've never had any.
Hey, Erica, how are you, sweetheart?
Erica, we've never had any negative
All right, this is
interaction
Cheers
with
to the
Precious
Leader.
Moments.
104035.
So it kind of blows us away.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I could see if we were delinquent and we were, but never. Carol is like, that is Bible to her, you know, taking care of precious moments and getting her pieces.
All right, this is 104035. This is Cheers to the Leader.
I'm gonna start my own line of precious moments. As soon as I can get the right clay.
Okay, as soon as you can get the right clay. All right, you want to know the most expensive piece I sold. All right, I had 2 one-of-a-kind pieces. Now, these one-of-a-kind pieces, these were the prototypes for those pieces. They were the pieces that were supposed to go to, well, they're supposed to go to the president. Now, when they go to the president doesn't get to keep them. They are literally somewhere in the White House, either boxed up in storage or in somewhere in, but every year they would give the president a couple different pieces. I had 2 different ones.
They were
of
9-inch pieces.
They are 9-inch. Both of them were prototypes. Both of them were the, one-of-a-kind piece. One was the piece that was going to President Bush. One was a piece that was going to
Clinton.
President Clinton. Okay. The piece from President Bush I actually sold at the reunion the first year we went, and it sold for $5,000. That was the most expensive I've ever sold anything. Now, having said that, I had documentations, I had photos, everything showing, stating that it was a one-of-a-kind piece, that this was
even
a
a
prototype.
picture of the piece with the president.
Even a
which was
picture of
kinda
the
neat.
piece with the president, all that I got through Precious Moments. They verified everything. The one
They
that
wondered where we got it.
yeah,
Where'd
they
you get
did
it?
want to know where we got it, and I wouldn't give up that information. The one that went to President Clinton actually never went to Clinton because that was a year of the Monica Lewinsky thing. But again, I was able to get emails back and forth with the chapel verifying all this information, verifying that this was one of the prototypes. These prototypes were supposed to have been destroyed. There's actually, I can't say there's one of a kind, there's actually 2 of a kind. 'Cause each of them should have a spot in the chapel. Somewhere in the chapel they should have, I don't know, not the chapel itself, but in the museum, I think, they used to have them in there. I don't know if they still do.
Now, some of your older collectors will know and verify that they did give pieces to the White House. But Carol did have, it was cool. They had the pictures of with the president.
And that one, because I didn't have as much documentation, like pictures and everything else, I did have emails going back and forth to chapel, verifying, yes, this is what it was and all of that. But that one, and we sold for $3,500. And those are the most expensive pieces. Other than that,
They were all $5.
no. Other than that, I've sold some of the masterpieces for like $1,500. I think the Cinderella was $1,500. The $1,800, the one from Precious Moments itself, something like. But that's it. I mean, those were the only ones that I tried very hard. To a Special Dad did go to somebody, hon.
Your special dad?
Yeah, 5212 went to, hold on, Chris Clark.
Got it.
Chris Clark, you got to
Congratulations,
Special Dad,
Cheers
and
to the leader also.
Cheers to the Leader went to Chris
Clark and
and Karen G. Yeah. So I do have, those were the ones.
And it
You
was
guys
funny.
asked, I'm telling you the truth.
That's when you could sell out of your rooms at the hotel, and it was actually just a random person, an older lady and her husband,
Shelley, are you online? The answer to your question is yes.
and she was a very, obviously an avid collector. And she just happened to pop her head in Carol's room, and
We-
they got to talking.
I brought both of those pieces to get them signed because that was, I wanted them signed at the time. And so it was kind of delicate situation because the chapel really wanted those pieces back. And I was like, so I'm kind of sneaking them into the signing thing and wrapping them up right away so nobody saw them
Now, what
from the
piece-
chapel.
Now Now they did make the 9-inch. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you'll never see that. They did make that one for production. It was just the originals were going
No.
to the White House.
No. They didn't make them as 9-inch. They only made the 9-inch for the
Oh.
president. So there was only one 9-inch that went to the president, one 9-inch that was supposed to stay at the chapel, okay,
It
or
was,
at the museum. Was it the Statue of Liberty or was it the one for Clinton was oh God,
I thought it was the girl with
the girl kneeling was the one with Clinton. I can't think of the name of it. Take it to the Lord in prayer or something like that. Okay, or not getting the habit of prayer, but it was something like that.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, it was a few years
And,
ago.
you know, now her and Carole went back. You know, the whole time we were down there, and
Yeah, but it was kind of funny because I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want
And I
anybody
think
to see
they
I
even
have
went
these."
and Carole and the woman actually talked to the people at the chapel. They did verify. So
I had all that already.
right,
Mm.
kind of cool though.
No, I did not want the chapel knowing in any way, shape, or form that I had those. And I'm not being mean to the chapel, but those are those things that we all look for. Something really
Well-
rare and unique. Okay? That you
know-
can, and it had all this documentation to go with it. So it was super, super cool. You know, and
You know,
everybody wants one of
Collectors
those.
are just holding it for the next person.
That
When
is
you
true.
When you collect anything, cars, coins, figurines, you're just holding it for the next person. You're caretaking it until the next person gets it. You know,
So true.
so
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
I mean, it was super cool to have those.
Like I could have a collection of cars, and basically I'm just holding on to them because I'm not going to be alive forever. I'm trying, but
Or give me that one up there, that loose one. Right there.
oh, the one I was going to give you earlier. It was cool. It was super cool. I didn't know what was going on. Carole did.
Yeah, somewhere I have a picture of it.
I think I fell over when I knew what she bought them for. I was like, "Are you insane?"
Yes, that's why he never got the piece. That is the only year that I know of. I don't know if they still do it, but that was the only year that they had not given because of the whole Monica
Did
thing.
you see it? Yeah, the girls
Yeah.
kneeling. They're like,
Yeah.
"Wait, we can't give this to the president who's being investigated for having oral sex in the White House."
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't inhale. She didn't swallow.
Shut up. Pretty
Right. So yeah, you will never see that piece again. We will never run across another piece like that. That is just one
Well,
of those
here's
one in a
here's
million.
the super duper sad thing. Where I got these pieces, okay. How do I explain this? Where I got these pieces, we all know verified they accidentally slipped out the back door because they were supposed to be destroyed. It's that simple. Somebody worked there, got them. This lady, and I knew this lady, and she lives literally 5 minutes from my house. We've lost touch somehow. We had each other's phone numbers. Now I've
She
been
would buy from
dying.
you and they-
Yeah, I'm dying to get a hold of her again because I'm like, give me some more of your, because she had every single 9-inch. So the Hawaiian 9-inch that everybody's been looking for, guess who I know has it? I just can't find her address or
that
phone
young
number.
lady, yes.
I don't want to stalk her by driving word to her house, being like, okay, she lives right there. You know, I don't want to do that.
Just
I don't want to scare the crap out of the girl.
Follow her to the store and bump
Yeah,
into
this
her.
one is called Hope is Revealed Through God's Word. 488259.
Oh, funny seeing you here.
Yeah, I don't want to scare her. I don't want to, mess with her chill because she has little kids. I don't want to do something like that. But it's like, oh my God, I've been searching for her forever, hoping that, and I found her on a random post somewhere. And I'm hoping that somewhere along the line I find her again. And, but it's literally when she's ready to sell more. Because she had some decent pieces she'd always sell. But it was funny because she wasn't the big collector. It was her husband.
Yeah. Yes, ladies, there are a lot of men. No, we don't. We don't.
No, I don't, like I said. Yeah,
We don't.
I've
bother
thought
people
about that,
their
but I
belongings.
don't, that to me, that's a
I wouldn't
little.
like it if somebody did it to us, and
Yeah,
a lot of
I
people
feel.
put notes on
Ooh,
cars. Do you want to sell it?
my hand cramp.
Well, I didn't think about that. But yeah, maybe.
Okay.
See, I can't sell stuff when people
This
come.
is things are popping at our house this Christmas. 455-806. Yeah, I don't feel. Yeah, I don't want to do that to anybody. Okay. The production mark on that is the cracked egg. And that is 455-806. All right. I got a couple more pieces. It's almost 8:30.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's, you know, if it's meant to, I'll get them again. At some point I'll catch, you know, but that would scare the crap out of me if somebody did that. It'd be like, all right. I remember the lady's name and everything. That's what's funny. All right. All right, these are chapel exclusive. These were additional pieces towards an event from 2023. This was part of the 2023 reunion event where you could buy these pieces. That's the one with the chapel, I believe. And you could buy these pieces separately. I think it was 2023. My brain may have been 2024. Who the hell knows anymore?
Whoa. Language, young lady.
I know. Now I'm being stalked by Lois.
Uh-oh.
People are stalking. This one is the little boy. It's just, he's got his blessed t-shirt on. This is a chapel exclusive. I'm trying to get it so it focuses because once you get there, you go. You can see the angel on there. Okay. There's no signature on this. Production mark is the little lamb. This is a 2023 event figurine.
You okay?
Yes. Yes. Well, why are you sending me TikToks?
You gotta see this picture. Nikki sent it to me and I was just forwarding it to you. That's
Okay.
all.
And then I have the little girl one. And that's the blessed on there.
And we've
Oh, she says joyful on her. Sorry.
put many, many miles on our bodies and on our cars going to pick up Precious Bone, and we love every minute of it. Love being on the road picking
Well,
up
there are
stuff.
times where it's nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, trying to
If
get
the
there,
weather's
yeah.
bad,
The weather's
if
bad.
Wayne's in a bad mood driving, it makes me nervous. It's amazing to me how him doing 80 and me doing 80, if I'm doing 80, I'm fine. Him doing 80 and I'm like holding on to things. It's
Yeah,
like,
and I got the she speeds more than me.
but you put the cruise on and you hate hitting the brakes. So you get right on top of people before you brake.
No, I don't.
You do too. Oh, yes, you do. All right. Nobody came in for these, so these can go back up. This can go back up.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess you're not going to do it. This is mine. All right. Whoa, your computer shut down. Oh, no.
Did.
Computer down, computer down.
Exactly.
All right. I think that's it for tonight. I know we didn't do a lot of stuff, but we talked a lot of the time, so
What's
it is
wrong
what
with
it
that?
is. Nothing. I have,
Sometimes talking is payment enough. Guys.
okay, on the bonus bucks, in case this is the last time we're going to do them, you purchase 100, the value is 125. I have Vicky has one, Noemi has two, Sue L has one. Anybody else want bonus bucks? Because we're gonna, it was something I wanted to try, and I told you the only reason I'm doing asking now is because I told you guys I would not just cut them off. I would give you the opportunity if you still wanted them. This will be the last month. So I don't want to, I'm trying to stay true to my word. Okay, Karen, you want two? And also remember, the bonus bucks to,
What was 216?
hold on one second. 106. Hold on, I'm looking for that number.
She's
What was
looking.
it? I don't have it.
106, 216.
Do you see it on there? Oh, there it
Yes.
is. Vicky got it. That is Lord help me make the grade. Okay.
Do we have another?
I don't think so on that one. The bonus bucks do not expire. The bonus bucks, once Precious Moments is back up and running, can go towards those. So, gives you a little bit of help there. So, you're welcome, sweetheart. So, I wanted you guys to be aware. If, I was going to say we want to try and do something similar, but I don't know if I can go as high as I've been going. That's one of the things. So this is going to be the last time, at least for now, that we're doing bonus bucks. So I got Vicky, Noemi, Sue L, and Karen. Nobody else wants any. I'm going to call it then on those. Because I don't. What did you miss in the beginning? Okay, Precious Moments is now charging us a surcharge of 15% on every invoice. And
Not you guys.
not you guys, us. And that is not something that I can afford, added to the fact that I cover the tax, I cover the shipping on these things. You guys, I'm charging $1 a piece. Mine is getting insanely ridiculous. So any of the pre-orders that you guys have invoices for, I will be reaching out to you one by one and giving you a couple different options. I can still order these pieces, and the pre-orders are like the Christmas stuff, not the stuff they have in the house. I'm trying to get those out of house before that 15% kicks in, which is only a couple days. But I will give you options of how we can handle it, what we can do. Okay, but I will be going person by person and saying, okay, you have this invoice. Anybody who has an open invoice with those pieces on it, I can remove those invoices. We'll one by one, I'll give you the option. That's going to take me a few days, just so you guys know. But I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Everybody knows what's going on, okay? When we discuss the bonus bucks, I do have some shipping ready to go. We'll be going out tomorrow. All right. If anybody has any other questions before I say night-night and go make my mashed potatoes to go with my ham, just let me know. You guys are all good? All right, you know the routine then. Until next time, you guys all stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I will be doing billing shortly. And until next time, bye for now.